Hi, I'm Adrienne Floreen, and welcome to this episode of Show and Tell with Adrienne Floreen. This episode is about unique fruits that can be bought in Chinatown or at Asian markets around the country. These are starfruits, and first I'm going to show you about starfruits. A starfruit is a fruit that if you look at it from the side, or if you cut it open, it's shaped like a star. Here's a medium-sized one, and here's a very small one. So I'm going to use this knife. When you cut open starfruits, you need a very sharp knife. The easiest way to cut them open is like this. First you cut it in half, and then you cut it into slices. You cut it into slices both this size because that makes it easy to peel. And then taking the knife, which you have to have a very sharp blade, you carefully peel off the paper-thin layer of peel around the fruit. As you can see, the piece that we have left over here after it's been peeled is shaped like a star. Now you have to remember to take the seeds out, which can be done with your finger or by prying them out with a knife like this. Oh, there's one more seed. So once it's been peeled and the seeds have been removed from it, then you can eat it. Now I'm sure as you've been sitting here watching this video, you've been wondering what this spiny thing is over here, or perhaps you already know. This is a durian fruit. Durian fruits are not very common in America. They're grown in Indonesia or Thailand. Durian fruits are known to have a very strong bad smell and a very delicious tasting fruit. They're also known to be very dangerous because they're large and spiny and they grow in very tall trees. If this thing fell off the tree and hit you on the head, it could kill you. Now I've actually eaten a lot of durian fruits in my life, and this is the least smelly one I've ever been around in my entire life. This is actually not very smelly at all. I can smell a slight bad smell from it, but compared to a normal durian fruit, this doesn't smell at all. The first step is to put it on the plate. There's a little warranty tag that came with it, so I'm going to keep that tag. Well, I'll have to get that tag out later. Let me just set this over to the side right now.
Could I now take a picture of it? Sorry. Okay.
Now this durian fruit is really not very smelly. If you were to smell it from this close, that's not even how strong it would normally smell if you just barely opened the door and started to walk into a room where there's a durian fruit. Normally from 10 feet away, it has a smell stronger than this one smells like right up close. I don't know, I hope it's okay on the inside. Now normally a durian fruit, when it's ripe, will split open on its own. But sometimes by that point it can be a little overripe. So if you want to split it open yourself, you have to find one of its natural seams. You take a short knife like this one and split it along its natural seam. And this is a pretty good natural seam in here because it's indented. You can tell it's its natural seam. So you cut it down that seam. Now it's actually starting to smell. This knife might not be like sufficient for cutting it like this. It's very, very, very sharp, so you have to be very careful. Ah, yes, I'm getting into it. Alright, here's another seam. I'm going to meet this seam with that seam. And eventually, I hopefully be able to pull this apart. I'm going to just get in there and really just like pull with all my strength and it won't come apart. To make this a little bit easier, I've gotten this longer knife. I'm just going to cut right through the middle with the long knife.
Is it ripe enough?
It is, if I can get it open, you know? Ah. Now, as you can see, I've just successfully managed to open it here.
It's smelly.
It is smelly. Now it's smelly, now that I've actually cut into it. It's still not as smelly as a normal fruit. Inside these little pockets within the durian fruit are its seeds and flesh. Alright, and there you go. You get out these chunks of fruit with pits inside them. You pull the pit out, and you can eat the fruit. Is anyone brave enough to try some of this fruit? I guess I should try it first. It tastes good. Tastes a little bit like a banana. You want to try some bizarre foods, or some unique foods, I mean? Do you think it's good? Yeah, but you can't smell, so...
Oh, good.
Do you think it's good? You don't smell it once you start to eat it, do you?
I don't think I've ever tasted anything like that.
In San Francisco, this durian fruit would cost $20 or $30 or even $40. But in New Jersey, it cost $5. So now it's all been taken out of its shell, and it's been peeled, and it smells very strongly. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about the durian fruit. In many countries where the durian fruit is grown, it's against the law to bring it into a hotel, or bring it onto a bus or onto an airplane, because the smell is so strong, it can make a room smell for days. But the taste is so good that people become obsessed with it. Sometimes they overeat it. I like to eat it fresh, but you can also make it into a smoothie. And here I have a durian fruit smoothie made with milk, cantaloupe, and pineapple. It has more of the consistency of baby food than a smoothie, but it's very good. It's delicious.
Could you feed that to your baby?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for watching this episode of Show and Tell with Adrienne Floreen. I hope you liked this video, and if you did like this video, please watch my other videos on YouTube.